Hello and welcome to today's Payneful Thought. Today we open our journey for More Payneful Thoughts on Life, a video series based on More Payneful Thoughts, side-by-side reflections on life, love, hope and healing while neurodivergent. Today let's look at the notion that rewriting your story, a neurodivergent perspective on moving beyond the past. We neurodivergent folks tend to have complicated relationships with our pasts. Maybe it's because our brains hold on to experiences differently, more vividly, and relentlessly. That embarrassing moment from third grade still feels like yesterday. The way a teacher shamed your stimming, the neural pathways light up like it just happened. Why our brains get stuck and how to unstick them. Our brains have this particular way of holding on to experiences. It's not just a feeling, it's research-backed. Autistic and ADHD brains often show amygdala hyperactivity, Tottenham et al. 2014, which translates to stronger, more vivid emotional memories. That one cringe-worthy moment from third grade can feel like it happened 5 minutes ago because neurologically that pathway is still wide open. And it's not just the emotion. We can get stuck in rigid thought patterns, what the literature calls cognitive inflexibility. Gertz et al. 2009. Combine that with what some studies on enhanced episodic autobiographical memory suggest, Crane et al. 2013, and you have a perfect storm. The past isn't just history, it feels present. And this is the crucial part I want us to sit with. That same research implies it's not a life sentence. Our neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change, it just works on a different operating system. The past shapes us, of course it does. But it doesn't have to shackle us, not if we learn to work with our unique neurobiology instead of against it. But here's what the research shows and what I've seen in my personal journey. Our pasts shape us, yes, but they don't have to shackle us. Not if we learn to work with our unique neurobiology rather than against it. This explains why past hurts can feel so present. But, and this is crucial, our neuroplasticity works differently too. When we find the right keys, we can rewire with astonishing specificity. Practical strategies that actually work for ND minds. I think we start by getting things out of our heads. Literally, for neurodivergent minds, externalization is everything. We can take a page from the Principles of Narrative Therapy, White Epstein 1990, and adapt it. Maybe you use a special interest as a backdoor into your own story. Use that special interest to create timelines based on their favorite fandoms. Ask yourself which character from your favorite book or show would tell your story differently. It sounds playful, and it is, but that's the point. It's therapy hijacking hyperfocus. Example, which Harry Potter character would tell my trauma story differently? Example, if I was a member of the X-Men, how did I figure out I was a mutant, and what's my power and how do I control it? Then there's our tendency for black and white thinking, that cognitive inflexibility we talked about. We have to challenge the always and never statements. Try a literal reframe. Sometimes, chat, and other times, or get even more literal. If my past was a computer file, what would I rename it? And perhaps most importantly, we have to remember that this isn't just a cognitive process. This is where the work of experts like Bessel van der Kolk, 2014, is so vital. He shows that traumatic memories are often stored in the body. Talk therapy alone often isn't enough. Maybe something like sensorimotor reparenting for that rejection-sensitive dysphoria that hits you in the gut. What did your 8-year-old self need to hear right then? And can you give it to yourself now? Maybe you sign it in ASL, use fidgets, pace, or you stim it out. Movement can integrate these memories in a way that words often can't. Research shows movement integrates traumatic memories better than talk alone. Van der Kolk, 2014. It's easy to see all of this as damage, but I've come to see it as a collection of accidentally built strengths. That hypervigilance from years of bullying, it's now your unmatched pattern recognition. The sheer exhaustion of masking, it birthed incredible adaptability. The past isn't a cage, it's more like a personal archive. The difference between a trauma and a testimony is really just about how you access the files. And you have to remember, you've got admin privileges, so maybe sit with that for a bit. Personal reflections. 1. What's one childhood coping mechanism that still serves me, even if it's weird? 2. When has my rigid thinking protected me before it limited me? 3. Which special interest could help me reframe a painful memory? 4. What sensory experience, texture, movement, sound makes my nervous system feel back in time? How can I use that as a reset button? 5. If my brain's unique filing system isn't wrong, just different, what might it be exceptionally good at storing? Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and share. Until next time, I wish you less painful thoughts.